unexplainable passion for motoring.
Today we're going to talk to you about this Hyundai Santa Fe. This particular version of this vehicle is the limited edition. They come in two other versions. They come in the GLS and they come in the SE version. GLS being the basic model. The SE is more of a different model, a little spoiler, has a couple other accessories and stuff on it. And now on this particular one we're going to talk to you about today is the limited model. This particular model comes with a standard 2.4 liter motor with a 6-speed automatic transmission. You could also get it in a 6-speed manual if you like, but this particular one here we're going to talk to you about has a 6-speed automatic on it. The 2.4 has 176 horses with 169 foot-pounds of torque, which makes this 2.4 really peppy with great fuel economy. I'm talking about 20 on the city, 26 on the highway, which is really impressive for a type of a crossover vehicle like this vehicle is. There's some really neat features in this vehicle that we're going to talk to you about. You know, when you're talking about Hyundai, you're talking about, you're talking about price point, you're talking about quality, you're talking about a vehicle that fits most budgets, and yet still has the luxury like this particular one that you're going to be seeing right now. I mean, we'll talk to you a little bit more about the motor in a few minutes. This particular vehicle, as you see, has a beautiful paint job, absolutely gorgeous. The paintwork on it is really neat. The stylish trim that they have now in the front that they have upgraded from last year's version with different lights and different types of grills up front. And they've also come with a couple other versions. With the GLS version comes with a 17-inch tire, where the Limited now comes with an 18-inch for a little bit more sporty crossover vehicle type finish on the vehicle. We'll talk to you a few minutes about the interior, and we'll go through all that other stuff in the motor now in the next section. Hyundai Santa Fe has a couple different motor options that you could have. This particular limited version that we have here has a 2.4 176 horsepower motor with about 169 foot-pounds of torque, I think is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and check again. Let me get that right. But they also come with another version also that you'll be able to get, which is a 3.5 liter motor. That has 276 horses. That's really impressive because that's a whole 100 horses more. The fuel economy is really, really good. We're talking about 20 on the city, 20, 28 on the highway. This particular model got, it's very accessible if you needed to work on it. Obviously, you're not going to do anything because with this particular, Hyundai has a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. And it's got a 5-year, 50,000-mile everything else warranty. So, I mean, how can you beat that? This is absolutely an incredible vehicle. So we've already talked about the motor and the warranty on this vehicle and what Hyundai has done, but there's something really special about this vehicle on top of that. The Insurance Institute of Highway Safety has given this vehicle the rating of good. That is the best rating you could get, period, hands down. And it came from a frontal offset and a side impact. So, I mean, this is exactly what we need. I don't think there's anything stronger than that, than right out there right now than a tank. We're going to talk to you in a few minutes about the interior safety features that they have, like the side curtains and the side airbag curtains and all the restraint systems and all that other stuff. And I'll show you that in a minute. You know, Hyundai Santa Fe is an unbelievable vehicle. I mean, I'm really impressed by the way they've made the styling on this vehicle. the way their doors open and close. It's got a big frame inside so we can get in there. You know, I'm a pretty big boy. I need to be able to get in and out of here pretty comfortable. I mean, it's got a lot of room. Obviously, this particular model now has a basically a 5-passenger vehicle. It's a 5-passenger vehicle, where years before they had it was a 7-passenger. Had a third row seat, which really nobody could sit in there. I mean, maybe a little kid might, you know, but very cramped and stuff. But they went back to this styling, which has got a lot of leg room, you know, for the passengers in the back, the kids, you know. Plus, you're going to see the cargo area that I'm going to show you in a few minutes. It's got plenty of room. It's got like 78 cubic feet of cargo back there. And, you know, you could, you know, put all your groceries and your bags and stuff in there, and with some room to spare. Well, now that I'm sitting inside the vehicle and I'm looking around, I mean, I haven't driven it yet. We're going to drive it in a little bit, and I'll show you some of the stuff that I like about it. But some of the things that I really like, it's all the controls that are at your hands. We basically have the Bluetooth, your nav controls, your volume controls for the stereo. By the way, it's got an infinity stereo that's out of this world. All your cruise control, you can do your basically all your calls. It's got all the speakers and everything in here, so it's all through the radio and through the nav system. Some of the other neat stuff is obviously the trim work that they did on the Limited. You know, it's got some wood trim here throughout the whole vehicle. It's pretty neat looking trim. It's really nice, and it's really nice and shiny and stuff. We got a really nice nav system in here that works really, really good. Not to say that none of the other ones do, but it does. It's got XM radio, all the comforts and features that you would want out of a high-end vehicle, but still at a very moderately priced. Other things that are in here is obviously we have a sunroof set up. It comes in the Limited as a standard. It could be an option in some of the other vehicles, the GLS and the SE. I mean, it's got all the comforts. It's made, you know, I just like all, you know, they really thought about using every square inch of the vehicle to, you know, to make it comfortable for a person like me. The seats are just unbelievable. You've got storage everywhere. Look at all the stuff, you know, you can put, you know, cup holders. They thought about a lot of comfort, and they put it in a small package because this is not a really big vehicle. It's a you know, it's a mid-size crossover, you know, and SUV crossover, and I can tell you, I'm impressed. You can see, I'm a pretty big boy. I fit in here real comfortable. A lot of leg room. I mean, they got all kinds of neat features in here. There's good headroom. You know, kind of tall guy. It's got holders. It's got a little, it's got a cigarette lighter type adapter here so they could plug in any of the other accessories. You know, maybe the kids have some iPods or stuff that they're playing with and they needed to use that. I mean, there's storage down in here. There's all kinds of neat stuff. I mean, put your, you know, you can store stuff behind the seats. There's a lot of leg room in here. And I mean, God, look how comfortable. We got side air conditioned vents in here. So we have the air conditioning blowing from there. We have air conditioning in the back. So we get that back section of the cabin. Sometimes, you know, the air conditioning works and only in the front and the people in the back are all dying of heat, you know, or if it's cold you know, they need something to warm themselves up. Other things that I see here, I mean, it's got an armrest thing here with the cup holders. I mean, they pretty much put a lot of stuff in this small package, you know, and it really is not that small. I mean, and I mean, they used every inch of this vehicle to make sure it's very comfortable. When Hyundai thought about designing this vehicle, the Santa Fe, they thought also that they needed to maximize every inch of this vehicle. And I'm really impressed what they did. Back here, they put all their tools, which is really easy and accessible, with your floor jack and all that in case you have a flat tire or something like that. But up in here is pretty neat because on top of the storage, they made a storage compartment. And it's a water, basically watertight kind of storage compartment. You ever spill anything or anything, you could sap it up. It's not gonna, there's nothing to go bad in there. All that room, I mean, look at that. That thing is unbelievable. They even thought about putting a 12 volt outlet over here in case you got to plug something in there, or a little air compressor or something like that. A lot of room, a lot of room. I mean, Hyundai thought about a lot of neat stuff. I'm pretty impressed with this vehicle. Now we're going to take this vehicle out for a drive. I mean, Hyundai, like I keep on saying, the Santa Fe they thought about a lot of things for creature comforts inside this vehicle. Obviously, we got power mirrors, power windows all the way around. We got a tilt wheel for our adjustment, and all our controls are right at our fingertips. In other words, our volume, our mode, if we want to speak on the Bluetooth, receive phone calls right from here, so you can do all your hand-free operation on the vehicle. Have to be stopping or looking at other things. You can still be looking down the road and all that. All the controls are set up right at the line of sight. We can see everything I want to know about the vehicle. Obviously, the fuel, the temperature, the trip, the speedometer, tachometer, well thought of. And then up here, looking up here at the rearview mirror, it's got a compass, an electronic compass in it, and it's got a couple other features that you could go ahead and program in. Remote controls to open ahead. Go ahead and open your garage doors or your gates and stuff like that. You also have features there where you could call, automatically call home and stuff like that. So other things that they thought of on this vehicle on top of that is obviously they went ahead and they put electric seats in, and you could see the sensors down here. When you get a chance, I'll show you those. It's got a USB port, so you could go ahead and plug into the hard drive in here and put some music in there and stuff. And it's got a port also for the iPod. So they've even thought about that. Just plug in your iPod, have all your music and all that.